Welcome back, everyone. This is Thomas Triple T Tie with another new bullish crypto analysis. Let's dig in and check out Bitcoin on the daily chart with our trading view charts here. Bitcoin is still trending down on this descending channel. Um, it may touch this line. It looks like it's heading that way. And we had a pretty big drop here on the 21st. We are here with a small body candle on the 23rd. I don't know, looking bearish. Let's check out the signals here. We have the Bollinger Band. The candles are below the bottom Bollinger Band, and that's oversold. Volume is increasing. You can see, and this is on, I believe, Bitfinex. At least on Bitfinex, the volume is increasing here. You see, and then you can see it went horizontal and then went up and then level off. So we get a little bit more action, except the action is downward on the KDJ indicator, which measures helps us measure the movement of the pricing here. The J line is the white line, and it's below the K, which is the blue line, and the D line, which is the red line. When it's below, that's a bit bearish. It's going horizontal while the other two lines are trending down. And unless it picks back up and crosses the other two lines, it's going to remain bearish for now. On the MACD, which measures the difference between the buys and sell candles movements, it's currently bearish. And you have the white MACD line below the signal line, which is the red line, and it's trending down. And that's what that is, looking bearish there. Down below, we have the RSI, the cumulative volume delta line. RSI is red. CVD is the cyan, I think cyan, aqua line. And then we have the momentum or the MOM indicator. RSI is at 20, which is it was at 19, but it's currently now 20. 20 or 19, I mean, it's very low. It's historic low. CVD line is at 100 and leveling off. And that's the aqua cyan line there. And the MOM indicator is trending up. That's the only thing that's positive in this indicator. What we want to see is all three of them fan out and trend up. And currently it's not doing that. So overall, looking bearish on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the hourly chart and see what's going on. Here's the hourly chart. You can see that steep drop there. We had this channel used to be up here, and it's not anymore. I moved it down here because it has a tendency to range like this, and so far it's been ranging, and boredom kicks in, and then it takes action. Unfortunately, so far the action has been down. So ranges, consolidate sideways, drops, ranges, drops, and then now it's ranging. So if it's going to follow that pattern, there could be a drop, but we'll see. Let's look at the various indicators. Bollinger Band, it's in the middle for this band, but the top band here and the bottom band, they're coming together, like constricting the price line, and that it can cause some volatility to the upside or the downside. If it's to the upside, when it constricts, it'll explode out and then price will go up. Or it could do the same thing to the bottom. Currently, it's looking more like it's going to do that to the bottom side. Volume is picking up. You can see here, volume is trending up, and then leveling off here. On the KDJ line, you have the white J line crossing the other two, and it's about to penetrate both of them. That's very bearish. And whenever we see that, you can see it here. It started up above, crossed them, went down. That whole segment right there is red except for one candle. And that one candle is where it leveled off for like an hour. Yep. On the MACD line, we have the MACD line, which is white, and that's trending above the signal line, which is red. And we've had several, like, let's see here. Since the 22nd at 3 a.m., it's been green or white on my chart here. And that's a bullish signal. And it looks like it's going to continue for a bit. But if this white MACD line levels off and then starts trending down, that's what I think it will do based on the KDJ line. I think it's going to level off and then drop down. And that's going to turn this histogram into more reddish color, which is bearish. Down below, we have a very strange RSI, CVD, and momentum lines here. When they fan out like this, it's really strange. Usually they've been doing that on the hourly chart here. Kind of they stay apart, they fan out. Usually they come together and they split apart, and they come together and they split apart. But just them going sideways or going apart like this is just really strange. And you can see that pattern whenever it ranges or consolidates sideways. These lines kind of spread apart, and they do the same thing. And this is a signal that it's gonna range for a bit. So expect that in the next few hours or handful of hours. And you can see here the range. This is the top of the range is about 35.7K. The bottom of the range is about 34.4 or 0.5K. I think it's 0.4. Yep, 0.4. So I expect this to continue. The only interesting thing here is that it's trending up ever so slightly. That's the only thing that's somewhat positive for these three lines. RSI on the hourly chart is at 41. CVD is, I think it's 100. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna range in the hourly chart, more bearish on the daily chart. Let's take a look at the how it's comparing to the Dixie and also the 10-year bond yield. Dixie, it's been trending up and then it's leveling off. You can see the negative correlation here. Dixie went up, Bitcoin went down. Dixie went red, starting to consolidate sideways here, and Bitcoin's kind of consolidating sideways here too. But we'll see. If the Dixie changes direction, Bitcoin will do the opposite, more likely. On the bond side, bond has got some white candles here, but it's on a downward trend. So it can have, sometimes it has some correlation and sometimes it doesn't. I prefer the Dixie to compare against Bitcoin. Over on there, and this is a 30-minute chart here. And the market's closed, so this side, we haven't had any action since the market closed on Friday. Let's go over to derivatives, perpetual futures. Let's maximize this out. Prices continue to trend down, just like the spot market. Open interest for stablecoin backed contracts, it's trending down. And then we had a big drop here. So there were some liquidations here, and then a big drop here for this one, which is open interest backed by coins like BTC, for example. Yeah, big drop there. So some liquidation occurred here. So it's open interest is dropping. Funding, we have predicted funding. It was positive, but now it's negative. What that means is shorts are paying longs for to hold their positions. But with interest dropping here, we're not going to see much action as far as like liquidation is concerned. If anything, in order to there may be some action here because I'm sorry, yeah, actually down here, let's go down. So on the predicted, it was positive funding, then it dropped to negative funding. But on the non-predicted one, the aggregated funding average, it did the same thing, but then it's starting to pick back up again. So there's not a lot of action here. If anything, just going to range. I don't expect it, but we can confirm it with on the another chart. And this one is from Coinalize, if you're curious. Let's go to high block capitals. And look, with the recent actions, we got a bunch of liquidations levels got wiped out. Currently, there isn't much, and this point right here, that's 36, just above here. That's at 36.29, very reachable. So up here, price could go up, and what? Oh man, I do not like that. Yeah, they said they're still working on this alpha, but I'm just gonna switch to their beta version here. Okay, this is the beta version. Different colors, same concept. So price currently right here, and it could go up to up here and liquidate some of these at 36,000. Or it could move down here and liquidate some of these down here. This one is 46 million at 35.8. This one is 35.6 at 41 million. So the nearest is right there. Nearest down here is that color 40.5 million at 34.28. I think it's closer to reaching this guy, this one up here. But it could totally range right in between here. Like I mentioned earlier. It'll range and clear off some of these, but I don't expect much to happen tonight. It could. There's not a lot down here. This one is 97 at 33.97. Ooh, that's tough. We've only gone down to 34 something, so possibility maybe before the FOMC meeting or maybe afterwards. We'll see. It's gonna range. So, but what's interesting is down here. We have a big red zone down here. What that means is we have the difference between the open interest and this is just for Binance. The difference between open interest for long and shorts. Short, they have negative 9.27. So shorts that have a larger amount by $9.27 billion that they could get liquidated at. So lots and lots of money there when the shorts get squeezed. Let's get back to one. Okay, we did all that. Let's go and take a look at the heat map and see what's going on. This is the consolidated heat map from bookmap.com. And you can see that there's not a lot. There's some spoofing happening here. You can see them in there, but not a lot. It's really so strange not to see a lot of spoofing. Usually there's all over. Nope, that's not. You know why? Because that's Luna. That's not even Bitcoin. No wonder. I'm like, what? It's so strange. Anyways, let's zoom in. Oh, yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. This looks more like Bitcoin. Bitcoin spoofing. We get spoofing up here, fake walls trying to encourage the price to go a certain way. We have down here, they sit there and then they disappear as soon as price move close to them. You can see some up here right now, some yellow ones, but not as much as usual. Usually it's more intense than this. But let's zoom out and see what levels we have. The nearest level that that has some decent number is 34K with 216, and the next level below that, 33.6 is got a decent number too. We got 205 here, but the bigger ones are down here. 32,000 with 600. What is that? 639. And a little one down here at 31. That's 237 large. But this one right here, this is a huge one. This big red wall down by 30,000. That is, let's see here, over 1,200 in size. That's a big one. So could we go down to 30? Absolutely. Yep. Gotta always consider the possibilities, and make sure to be prepared for that. What's below? Below we have a little wall at 29, and that's about 329 in size. And below that we have at 28. We have what is it? 351. Yep, 351. Let's go all the way down. 25. We got a tiny one at 210. What else do we have down here? $25. Yeah, that's 210. Down at 22. That just came in a little bit. Down at 22,000, we have 110 or something like that. Let's go down some more. Wow, I've never seen it this low. Well, not never, not recently. At 20,000, we have some 70, so roughly 300 at 20,000, and then at and below 19,000, we have like 100 and what is this? 180. That kind of came in here. Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, usually down here just all deep blue like the ocean, you know. Well, that's crazy. Wow. People are getting prepared. That's a lot of dry powder left down there, and this is nuts. All right, and we haven't had a lot. I'm gonna shrink them together. Let's see here. There hasn't been a lot of sell-offs here. You had a couple here that didn't do much. You had some here, like this one, where, for example, was 477. There was a little effort here, but then it bounced right back up. And this one was on the 22nd. But yeah, just not a lot of action here. But what that means is it's building up to something. My guess is that it's building up towards the bottom. But at any time, they could just, start buying and get the price to go up. But I don't know what the incentives are, because they would have to drive it a bit to get to move upward enough to liquidate the shorts. They would have to drive it up to roughly around 36 something to at least get some of these, So yeah, so I think it's gonna range for a little bit. If anything, they might drop down to clear these, but it's gotta be a move that makes enough sense, because these are tiny little guys. I mean, they're 41 million. If they're gonna make a move, it's got to be enough to clear out some of these, or some, and all of these down here. This one is like down at 33.6. So yeah, hope that added value. Sorry I didn't upload earlier. I had a lot of things to do, help some people, and also take care of some personal stuff. So let's I'll see you in the next video. If I have some time, I'll do another one tonight. If not, I'll see you in the video tomorrow morning. Take care. Oh yeah, please smash the like, ring my bell, and subscribe. Appreciate it.